All right, here with Kings Associate Head Coach Jordi Fernandez. Jordi, thanks for taking the time here on a game day. Tough game tonight against Indiana, part of this 12-day, 7-game road trip. How would you assess how this trip is going so far?
I think so far so good. Obviously, the record is important, and I believe we're 3-1.
Mhm.
Um, so we've been after struggling for a few games. Result-wise, I think we saw some good things, but we lost games at the end, and that's always frustrating. But you always see the same from our guys, a bounce back.
Mm.
And after the struggle, we worked. Obviously, we had to clean up some things, get better, and the guys showed the improvement in closing games, and even like the Dallas game that we're up and they make a comeback, and I think we still at the end we figured out the way, and in the past or we've lost some games in those situations.
Right.
So I think that shows growth and maturity from some of our guys, and it's a good sign. And like the NBA, it is like you have to move on to the next one. So
Right.
last game in Miami, we we were not good enough. They wanted more than us. Uh, we didn't recover a single 50-50 ball. Didn't get enough deflection in the second half, but that tells you that um, our ability to hustle and play hard was not elite, and that's what you need in this league, especially on the road. You have to be able to grind and to win some ugly ones. We couldn't really make a shot. Keegan was the
Right.
only one getting going for us from the 3 point line. Um, but I think we would have been better defensively. We would have played harder. We would have had a chance. Um, so that's how you learn. It's been a long road trip, obviously. Um, you know, Changing time zones and all that stuff is
Right.
tough. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't have it. Um, but we gotta learn from it. And
Yeah.
yesterday we watched film, and I think we'll be ready tonight.
How do you balance the 82 games, not getting too high and too low, but also trying to convey the sense of urgency that each and every game matters?
I think it starts with coach and the accountability that he demands, and I think the accountability, like he said before, it goes both ways. And I think that we're always gonna ask for more just because we believe our guys are very good, and I think we've played well. um we have a winning record in a good position, but we believe we can be better. And for us, development and improvement is important. We're not a final product at this moment. We have still a pretty young roster, and we believe we can do really good things. And you have to have like some short-term goals, some mid-term goals, and some long-term goals.
Right.
So I think that that's who we are. Um, Obviously, we want to fight to be a playoff team because we believe we are a playoff team. And then once we get there, to do better than last year, and that's how you go into the next season and the season after,
Right.
and you build a winning program not just for 1 year but for many years.
Let's talk about this game tonight. The Indiana Pacers, saw them just a couple of weeks ago. They were shorthanded, but they still came in our building and got the win. How much tape have you looked at versus, from that game, and what's going to be the key out there tonight?
Yeah, it probably is going to be a little bit of a different roster,
Right.
because of most likely Tyrese is going to play. But with that being said, they're a team that play the right way. They're pretty fast. They lead the league in a lot of offensive uh, categories, and
Hmm.
I think that we have to be alert. We want to defend the paint. We got to defend the 3 point line. They move the ball well, so good offensive team. Obviously, like you said, they beat us at our plays. We have to clean up some things, and we'll just learn from it. And I think we'll be ready tonight, especially coming from the Miami game. So
Right.
I think it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be a good game with two very good teams.
Kings Associate Head Coach Jordi Fernandez joining us here on the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports, 1140. Jordi, we had the All-Star reserves named yesterday. Our boys didn't make it, man. What is the league missing? What are the coaches missing when it comes to Domas and Fox and them not being in the All-Star game this year?
They were not named by other people All-Stars, but I think it's pretty obvious that they are. If you look at the roster, you look at their numbers, um, it is what it is. You can control it, you can control, and that should be just another reason why we go out there and we do the job that we do as a group led by these two guys. And that's the only way you can take it is, you know, prove everybody wrong. And I know our guys do it. They do it consistently every night, and that has to be our goal. And the rest of us will help them out to make sure that everybody knows. So, like you said, probably not right. But again, like obviously those are opinions. That's how the system works. We all have different opinions, and ours is that those guys are all stars. So it's not going to change our minds.
All right, Jordi Fernandez joining us here on The Drive, guys. Jordi, obviously we talk a lot about defense with this team and the strides, the improvements we're trying to make. What do you want to see defensively from the guys? Is it one or two things when we watch tonight's game and games going forward that fans should be looking for defensively from this team?
Yeah, I think our physicality, the way we create contact on the defensive end, nobody should go inside our 3-point line and go untouched. I think contact is extremely important with our ability to take charges and protect the rim, verticalities. Anything that goes inside a 3-point line should be very physical. And I think that's how we take steps forward. Like you said, from the day that we came here, we've improved, but we still have bigger goals for our guys defensively. We want to get to that top 10 defensive team. It doesn't happen overnight, but I think our guys, number one, they're working every single day and they care. So only thing you can do from there is keep helping them, hold them accountable, and demand. So I think we're on the right path.
You've been a part of, a number of different organizations. Tell me about this group that we have here, because, I'm around you guys. And one thing that I notice, it seems like there's a lot of camaraderie. Everybody seems to get along, a family kind of atmosphere. How would you, compare, I guess, this group, whether it's the coaches, the players, to some of the previous spots you've been?
I think we have a great thing going, and it starts with with a human group, like you just said. Great group of coaches, also with the front office organization, the players, and I think that all comes from Mike Brown. The ability to bring everybody together and build relationships. I think that we all have to be connected. It's not just the players on the court, but it's the rest of us. We all have to have the relationship and build it and care about it. And I think since day one, we've done it, we've worked on it, and that's the result. You do a lot of things, some dinners on the road, especially when it's like long road trips, and I think that that's it comes from the organization allowing us to do that, from the front office, from ownership, from the coach, from the players, and I think that that translates to winning and translates to do things the right way and to care about people, because at the end of the day, those guys are pro athletes, but they're people, and they have also, sometimes you're on the road and you miss your friends, your family, and there's always struggles and sacrifices. And I think that at the end of the day, like you said, when you have that connectivity and you're you're together and you get to know each other, I think that really makes a difference. And I think that's why we have a great group here.
All right, Kings Associate Head Coach Jordi Fernandez joining the Drive guys on Sactown Sports 1140. Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thanks for having me.